Hello, Aries. Welcome. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading for you may be dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel and for all the free tarot she's review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Wow, that's quite a something there. Right away, Aries, whoever this is you're asking about, they definitely have some sort of mental process that they go through, and I almost kind of feel like I'm giving you a little bit of an insight of their mind or a little bit of an insight of their thinking. They have some sort of mental process that they go through, and it definitely seems and feels like very deeply personal to them. It seems that they are definitely one to contemplate, one to meditate, one to sit with themselves, sit with their thoughts. And what's interesting about this energy is they're taking a lot of time for themselves, but I kind of feel like as they're doing so, there's also this, in a sense, process taking place within them. I'm not going to say that this is something that they consciously are aware of. It's something that's actually just kind of taking place naturally. They're showing me that they're having some type of realization here, and they're actually showing up sharper than before. I don't know what that's about. Meditation does the mind good, apparently. And there you are. So they're well aware of you. Okay, very, very well aware of you. That's kind of, okay, so the message is that they see you with their eyes closed. They're aware of you with their eyes closed, whatever that means. It's not an energy that you have to kind of look over their shoulder. It's like, no, it's something different. Well, that makes sense. The two of you could be in the same living situation together. It's okay. So they just could just be aware of you. It's like you're close by, you're around, you're near. So close and in close proximity that they're kind of like, I'm very sharp and clear because Aries is making me very, not necessarily uncomfortable. But the living situation between the two of us possibly is just, well, isn't that upsetting? Goodness gracious. So they're kind of keeping all this contained and kind of, stone cold face, but internally they're not too happy. Yeah, it's about the two of you. It's about the two of you. I don't know why they kind of show me that, but whatever this communicate, it's like there they are sitting with their thoughts, kind of gathering themselves, and they want to say something to you, and it's almost as if they kind of like look over at you sideways, and it's like, when to say this, or how am I going to say this, or how am I going to bring this up, or what am I going to say? And it's definitely about the connection with the two of you. Like, yeah, we need to have a talk. There's something we need to discuss or kind of go over. And it's regarding this connection. Feels like an honest connection, but at the same time, something's going on with them. Something's going on with them. Like I said, I'm looking at 444, by the way. There's a lot of energy here surrounding they and themselves, in proximity with you and how they handle this connection. Something's going on within them. I don't know if it's through the interaction, it's through their own, in a sense, practices of self-improvement, self-empowerment, however you want to refer to this as. I don't exactly know. I don't really care, honestly. Just kind of like they present themselves as like this theatric, dramatic, we get it. Um, Whatever this awakening is that they're going through, they don't exactly know anymore how much, how they actually truly feel about you. Um, in a sense, they're kind of like slowly beginning to drift here from this connection. They're drifting, slowly drifting. And as I say that, yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, they're well aware of it, though. I feel like they have the self-awareness and the like I said, it's like I'm cross-watcher. I don't really care to go into the details and specifics of you have this practice, you have that practice. You do 10 jumping jacks and then shout to the sky and pray for rain. I don't care. I don't know why you keep trying to emphasize like how grand you are at something. It's like Mickey Mouse and his wizard hat. They still strongly believing for something here. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on. They're kind of like, well, I am in the process of changing and working on myself. At the same time, it's like fingers crossed that something still can kind of work from this. And it's like, okay, even though emotionally they're showing me that they are drifting apart and further away from this connection, they still show me like maybe there's still a chance. And I feel like there's a little bit of stringing along happening or occurring. It's like you go through a breakup. I was going to say the lover's card shows up. It's like you go through a breakup and then it's kind of like, but we can still be friends. I still have a lot of love for you. You know that. And then it's kind of like, well, we broke up a month ago and I haven't heard shit from them. They know. Deep down, they know. They're breadcrumbing and stringing you along with this connection. And that's and there they are on top of the deck showing the exact same energy. They know. They know. They know. They're cold. Their eyes cold. Some sort of dynamic, though, is going on between the two of you, clearly. I kind of feel like even though they, in a sense, are changing on a much deeper, more spiritual level, I'll give you that one, Crosswatcher, they still don't know. It's kind of like, wow. Makes me think of something that someone said just recently. I'm like, interesting perspective. But at the same time, I do understand it still. They're trying to see their way through this. They are. They know they have to make the decision regarding the two of you, whether the two of you are going to remain committed or be committed. I don't exactly know. Searching for love in all the wrong places. All the wrong forms as well. Yeah. Then they completely just shift their direction. All of a sudden it goes from this situation between the two of you, and they're kind of like, I need to figure out what I'm going to do. And as they're looking at the situation, they're ultimately kind of saying, okay, well, now I think there is possibly, my goodness gracious, they might be doing a little bit of a bait and switch here on you, Aries. They're hoping for the best that the two of you can work out in the long term, but then all of a sudden their eyes kind of like shift over to the attention of, well, maybe there's some sort of financial opportunity from this connection with Aries. And that's what I find very fascinating, is as they kind of like take the second to kind of, sit back and scratch their, their imaginary facial hair, they're fully 100% on board with moving forward towards some sort of financial opportunity with you. And that's what I find very fascinating. It's like, I'm not going to say that they're using you, but they are stringing you along and possibly about to use you. Of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with a water sign, an air sign, a fire sign. And that is all. Goodbye.